I'm here. I made it. Hello, hello. How are y'all doing? We're coming in hot. We're coming in hot. Hello, goddesses. How are you? You calm down. Make sure you grab something to drink. I'm drinking sparkling water from Costco. How y'all doing? Welcome, welcome. Yay. Hey, Queen. Hey, Queen. How you doing, LaTanya? How you doing, Keita May? How are you? We're going to talk a little astrology, do a reading, and we're going to come in. Hey. It's the summertime, baby. Let's go. Hey, 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 hey. Look, a little drop from Mississippi. Don't stop Mississippi getting her groove on. That's how we do it. What's up, still learning? How are you? Hi, Shayla. Hello. I'm good. Thank you for asking. All right, let me take this down. We might have some new people watching the replay like, when she gonna start talking? Hey, we love to dance here, y'all. We love music. Spirituality is fun. It's not boring. Where we are. Okay? Go to high. Hey, hey, 40. No, my kids be like, you sound so old, Mom. They already know. I'm gonna show out. Hello, everybody. I'm Tirra, a.k.a. your goddess guru, your sister friend, and I love helping women align with their life purpose using the power of ancient wisdom and the goddess-centered lifestyle. And there's nothing like the women getting together. Okay, that's part of the goddess-centered lifestyle. So it's always so lovely to be here with everybody. Woo! I was like, ooh, I forgot to make a post about not going live this morning. And so, yeah, I thought, you know what? I have the energy. I'm getting ready to go live this evening. I want to go live. I miss you all. And yeah, I want to look at the astrology. I want to do a reading and I want us to have conversation. Let's see here. Who else is here? Hello. How are you, Felicia? Good to see you. Yes, still learning the music. All right. So yeah, we are here in the last few hours of this month called July 2025. We're still standing. Yeah. We are still standing. Yay, I'm so excited. 2025 is a trip. So we're going to talk a little bit about what's happening in the astrology. We'll do that first, and then we will look at the doing a reading. And I don't think I have any updates or anything right now. I will tell y'all. Oh, here is an update. I went to Mississippi to check on my dad. It was just I had planned on going because it was like I just got to go home more and check on him. And I was surprised. I had told people, hey, if he makes it out of this one, it's a miracle. Well, miracles abound. I really do think that my dad has been having seizures or something like that people get when they get a little bit older. They were trying to say, like he had some, what do you call those, mini strokes, and it was affecting him. And he was just so disoriented when he woke up. It was kind of like he's going to be a total care patient and that kind of thing. But my dad's brain is back. He was like, hey, you said you're going to get me a gym membership. Now, my dad, he's slower even from a few weeks ago. He's definitely slower. He was like, you said we were going to go get a gym membership. So Money and I, my older brother and I, loaded him into the car, took him to the gym. My brother, he has this little walker type thing where he can sit down on it if he's not using it as a walker. And my brother and I just drove him around the little indoor track that was in there. He didn't, we gave him some little weights and worked him out a little bit. And he barely did anything. But while we were trying to get there, he was like, y'all need to go down that hill and turn into there. It was a garage. And we were like, okay, yeah, old man. That's exactly where that gym was. He was like, where y'all going? Whenever we weren't going the right way. So it was really just for me a joy. I don't live there, so my brothers have seen him when he's worse. Um, I'm just happy that I got to go see him and he's good. Got up, walked himself over with his walker because it has these little wheels on it. Sat down on it, ate because I was like, I don't know, is he feeding himself? Like, what's going on? Sat there, ate his dinner. When he was done, he got up, got his little walker, came back over, sat in a chair, covered himself up. Um, you know, he had asked me to give him some ice, so I gave him some ice, and there was a bowl left from his popcorn. Took the cup, put it in the bowl, picked it up, and handed it to me. I'm like, okay. So happy my older brother's taking care of him. Y'all, my older brother is doing such a good job. It's like incredible, incredible. Um, and yeah, so y'all, thank y'all for your prayers. Thank you for your support. I do believe my dad is slow walking his way out of here. But today, I mean, he had dialysis today, so that was a little rough on him. But right now, on good days, my dad is doing really, really well. So thank y'all. Hey, Instagram, are people there? Hello, Instagram. How are you? Greetings to the Instagram ladies. Thank y'all. Thank you. I appreciate you. Yeah, mine is back online. Now it's funny because when I got there yesterday, was it yesterday morning? Yeah, yesterday morning when I got there, he said, so have you seen your first patient for the day? And I'm thinking, first patient. I was like, well, we just gonna go along with it. I was like, yeah, you. He was like, okay, cool. But for the most part, he's doing really good. Thank y'all. Oh, thank y'all. Yes, yes, yes. Things are so, so good. Let's see here. So yeah, that's the announcement that I will make. And I'm gonna go over here. Thank y'all for being here. And we're gonna look at this astrology report for the week. And then I'll have to work on the astrology report for August. Let me pull this up. And let's see here. So we have Venus in Cancer. So that's actually hasn't happened yet. It's Venus on the 29th degree of Gemini. So she's just sitting there waiting to go from Gemini into Cancer. I do, wonder what is Venus on the 29th degree like? That 29th degree is important, y'all. It's very, very important. Um, but I don't know. I don't know if I've really noticed anything for myself today. In the news, I really don't know what's going on, but Venus in Cancer, excuse me, Venus on that 29th degree until 11:56 p.m. Eastern time, okay? Tonight. So she's still just sitting there. Gemini is the mind. Venus is um we could even say she has to do with self-worth and self-value. So maybe there's some mental conversations that you're having around that. She's also about taking care of yourself and mental health. So maybe some of us have been thinking about how to take care of ourselves, our mental health. It could be conversations and relationships. The 29th degree is karmic, and it's kind of like we need to be settling up on something. Maybe for some of us, somebody from the past, a love relationship or a friendship has come back and is, hitting you up and saying, hey, let's connect or something like that. Um, yeah. So who knows? But then she's gonna go into Cancer. Hi, Dana. Hello, Dark Swaz. How are you? I hope I'm saying that right. And Dana, let's see here. Oh, okay. Good, good, good. Thank you, Felicia. Yeah, it's good to have a smile on my face especially around my dad. Okay, so Venus is going to go into Cancer now. She's a very fast moving planet. And so let's see here. Here she is right here sitting on the 29th degree. And so she's going to go into Cancer. What I love about this is, first of all, she's feminine, Cancer's feminine. And so their energy is, they're complementary energies. There could be a little extra emotion with Venus being there because Venus is an emotional planet. Cancer is an emotional sign. But it's sort of like maybe we just need to do some self-care. We need to take good care of ourselves. Um, you know, while I was in Mississippi, I stayed at an Airbnb, and all I could think was, I just need this time to just be here by myself and just rest and just let my mind just kind of be, or just, I don't know. It was just that little place where I stayed. It was something real special about it to me. And it felt so nurturing. So I think that that's a lot of how we can feel. It's kind of like we want to do things that make us feel cared for and nurtured. Maybe more baths, or y'all, in my group, the Mighty Networks Inspired Goddess community, I posted a picture of myself where I went to a water park. It's just something that I've wanted to do. I used to go with my sons, and they're adults now. They don't even live here, and I was like, it's kind of weird going to this water park just by myself. This is a place where typically people are taking their children. And I just said, oh, to heck with it. It's Mercury retrograde. It's Leo season. It's time for me to have fun. Bring my little girl out. And so I decided I was going to go over to the water park, and it just felt so good. I'm going back. Don't get me wrong. So it's kind of like, what can you do to immerse yourself in water? Water therapy, drink more water, but how can you nurture yourself with all things water, baths, and going to the ocean and swimming in the pools and going to the rivers and the lakes and the ponds, like, really do that. Cancer is self-care or nurturance. Venus does have to do with self-care. So it's sort of like this time of deep nurturance that I think would be very helpful. It's also a time to take care of the home. Maybe there's some things around the home that you really want to do. It can make us very homey and hyper focus on family and nostalgic, where we're just thinking about the past, listening to old music, watching old movies, talking to friends. I talked to, or I communicated with a friend today, and it was just like, man, it's nothing like a friend from college, or, times when I was much younger or whatever. It just really and truly is one of those times. Venus in Cancer is, to me, I love it. It is, to me, I talk about the goddess centered lifestyle. Like, that is a placement that is so goddess centric, right? And then we also, you can see here, have Jupiter there. So Venus is a benefic planet. Jupiter is a benefic planet. And so there's some blessings that I think are going to be coming to people over the next 3 weeks because of those two planets being there. Now, when she first goes into Cancer, we can feel a lot of emotion. She'll have to get past maybe the first like 3 degrees. When is she going to do that? July. Okay. So Venus, maybe by the time we get to Monday, but don't be surprised if people are ultra emotional for the next few days. And it's just because Venus is also going to be interacting with Saturn and Neptune. And so it can create a little bit of an emotional upheaval with Venus interacting with those two planets. Um, so don't be surprised. Don't be surprised. And also, it's almost like something new can be kicked off during that time. But it might come out of frustration. Maybe, there's some things that you need to do to take care of yourself, and you haven't been taking care of yourself. And that when Venus first goes into Cancer, it'll be like a little bit of a reality check. And you're like, oh my gosh, I really need to take care of this. Or, Neptune can make you hyper emotional, but it might be something about the body. It might be something about like taking care of your, something as it relates to the body. But Neptune is like the energy that will make you think you see something that's not there. It is so illusionary, right? So it's a little bit of a contradiction because Saturn is the planet of, hey, get real. And Neptune is like, unicorns and pixies. I see dead people. It's just like out there, right? Um, so for everybody, I think it'll manifest itself a little bit differently. I said it'll kick off something new, but I think what it'll do is kick off a new phase of something that's already happening because both Saturn and Neptune, they're retrograde. They're moving backwards. So they're going back over degrees that they already had covered. And so whatever happens with Venus, it just could it's like this new phase is kicking in, and maybe it's kind of like, hey, you've just been rushing, and now we need to bring some tender love and care. We need to slow this thing down, make sure that we are having a little bit more of a gentle touch instead of just rushing. And Aries, which is where they are, is this raw energy. It's like, let's just do it. Maybe it's neat and orderly, maybe it's not, just throwing spaghetti on the wall. But Cancer's like, hold up, we need a schedule. And, we need to do this in a way where it's gentle and motherly. And, it's that nice, feminine, motherly touch. Okay. So these are the things that I want y'all to be thinking about. Okay. So let me see here. I see some comments. Oh, first live. Welcome. Welcome. Glad you're here. And you see me laughing because I'm like, oh, this is Diza. Okay. Diza. Well, hey, Queen. I'm so glad you're here. Oh, you're welcome. Yeah, come on and watch, and you can look at all the astrology that we share. Thank you for being here. Hey, Catherine Cat Blue. How are you? Glad you are here. Okay. Let's see here. Venus in Cancer. Oh, so I was talking about how Venus is going to be in Cancer with Jupiter. Now, both of those being there, it just adds to this Cancerian energy. So it can really increase a lot of emotions. But there's some blessing that will come through. It could be around home and family, um, your emotions, ancestors. So maybe some of us will receive some type of blessing from the ancestors. It's also highly intuitive. If you're looking at buying or selling a property, maybe you'll get some good news around that. Um, but they're not retrograde, so they're could be bringing up something new. Cancer is a sign that's all about getting things started, initiated, getting things going. So there's something new that could potentially kick off that's Cancerian. Okay, so I love that. I love that transit. I love how y'all are greeting each other. Okay, so on the 31st, which is tomorrow, Thursday, there's going to be the Sun conjuncting Mercury. And so this is a conjunction that is, but it always happens with Mercury retrograde. The Sun and Mercury will conjunct where the Sun is moving forward and Mercury is moving backwards. And so anytime we have a conjunction, it's truly bringing a focus on something. It's bringing this energy to a certain degree of new beginnings, but it's still sort of like what I was talking about earlier. What can you restart? Or what's a new phase to a thing? Okay. The sun is always going to be bringing this energy of inspiration. It's this inner brilliance, and it's in its sign also of Leo. So this high level of creativity, and the sun and Leo leadership, and it's connecting with Mercury. So maybe there's going to be some ideas that are coming to you. Um, maybe, I always say the best leader to be the if you want to lead something, lead yourself. So this is like maybe this fresh new start, or you're restarting a way of leading yourself. Like, you know what? I said I was going to do A, B, C, D. Let me get that done. Also, I just think that we have this Venus in Cancer, Jupiter in Cancer. Relax and take care of yourself and nurture yourself. And now we're getting ready to have Mercury conjunct the sun in Leo. Have fun. So it's like, I just feel like things have been sort of heavy. And maybe it's just me, maybe it's just my life, but I feel like this is an invitation to do something fun, to take care of yourself, to get with family. Oh, cancer is about eating too. Get together, eat some good food. But yeah, have a good time. So I want y'all to think about Mercury and the sun conjuncting. How are you committed to having fun over the next year? I'm gonna really ask y'all to think about that. Well, how are you committed to having fun over this next year? The sun is also the ego, and Mercury is the mind. And so maybe there's something around getting the ego and the mind more healthy, more lined up with one another. Um, Mercury is also connecting with people. So maybe it's about connecting with people who are um they have some type of influence. They're leaders in some kind of way. So maybe you're going to meet somebody and you're like, "Oh my gosh, this is just the person I needed to talk to." They could be a thought leader. I was going to say something else. Oh, uh the sun and Leo, courage. So where do you need to be more courage? No, confidence. That's what I'm trying to say. Are you walking in your confidence? Are you walking in your gifts and your talents? I really love this conjunction. And, you know, next year, Mercury's not going to be in Leo. So I really want y'all to appreciate this conjunction. And with astrology, we always have to take that time to look at what's really happening right now, you know? Um, maybe I'm trying to think. Sun conjunct Mercury. Um, yeah, just pay attention. Now, the other thing is, and I actually go through this, if you ever decide, I would love it if y'all joined my monthly membership, because I share in there the say for instance the new moon uh astrology. I put that in there. And so I go through all of the houses, and it lets you know what area of life this is happening. If you know astrology, I want you to be thinking about Sun conjuncting Mercury. I think I gave some synopses also in my newsletter. So please join my newsletter, because it's kind of like, if you want to get more specific, you have to think about what area of life is Leo for you. Say, for instance, I'm a Scorpio. So that has to do with career. And I can tell y'all right here, right now, it's a lot on my mind regarding career. For Leos, it's about your health, your well-being, your appearance, and just your life overall. Like, you could really be contemplating a lot about your life. Um, for I guess I'll just tell y'all really quickly. Aries, you're the ones that are thinking about having fun. Now, some of the Aries might be thinking about stuff regarding their children. It might be a little bit romantic. Taurus, you're focused on the home and the family double because Cancer is about that. But also for you, Leo is about home, family, ancestors, emotions. Gemini, this is a house that has to do with sibling, relationships and friends and writing and thinking and the mind, and also business. So those could be topics that are up for Geminis. For Cancer, this has to do with money, self-worth, and value. So this sun, let me pull up the actual chart. You can see the sun and Mercury, they're right there together. So tomorrow they're going to both be on the 9th degree, I'm assuming, when they connect. And so for Cancerians, maybe you're going to go back to making money in a particular way. See, these are the things I want y'all to be thinking about. I want y'all to hear the astrology and I want y'all to understand, okay, this is what I'm looking for. And oh, let me take advantage of that opportunity. Okay. So it could be some money that y'all are going to be looking at making, but also the Cancerians might be focused on taking care of themselves. I already talked about Leo. For Virgo, this is the house that has to do with healing. Maybe some of the Virgos are feeling extra spiritual. You could be also, let's see here, spirituality. Oh, now some of the Virgos could feel ultra creative. So creativity, healing, spirituality are things that you could think about for you, Virgo. Next is Libra. Now, for some of the Libras, it could be this is the house that has to do with being gameful, making money. So, maybe there's going to be some money that you're going to make, or you were supposed to make it, you didn't make it, it's coming back to you, or there's some new opportunities that you have forgotten about and you're going to make the money. This is also, it has to do with friendships. So these are topics that could be coming up for Libra. For Scorpio, I already mentioned, it has to do with career. For Sagittarius, this is a house that has to do with um, growth and expansion. Now, this is a house that has to do with good fortune. So some of the Sagittariuses might be like, "Oh, I'm finding I'm like extra lucky." Sag, you're already a lucky sign, but with these two meeting, it could be luck returned, good fortune returned. But it's growth, expansion. If you're trying to publish a book or you need more publicity, things like that could be coming up. Capricorn, this is the house that has to do with inner healing. I call it extreme self-care. So some of the Capricorns might kind of be like, I just want to really take better care of myself. But also you could be thinking about money, like debt or taxes, shared income with like a partner, or grants, fellowships, those kinds of things. And then Aquarius, this is happening in your house of relationships. So this, of all the signs, you're definitely one of the ones where something around one-to-one relationships could really be at the forefront. And you're also looking at balance, having more balance. But that seventh house is a house that is about refinement. And since Mercury is retrograde, maybe there's something that you're like, oh, you know what? I need to refine this thing. I need to just keep, taking it and working on it and improving it in some kind of way. Last but not least is Pisces. This is happening in the house that has to do with health and wellness, your day-to-day routines. So maybe the Pisces need new day-to-day routines, getting organized. Because, I'm kind of hard on the Pisces. It's like, Pisces, we have to work very hard to be organized. That's why we have to hang out with Virgos. But you might feel motivated, Pisces, to be around that. And also it has to do with job, workplace stuff, that kind of thing. So I want y'all to be really thinking about all of like what's applicable to you. Hi, Jaimin. How are you? Yes, it's good to catch you too. Let me see. I'm trying to go back and see. Did I miss? Is there anything? Okay, I think I went back far enough. If I missed anybody, y'all let me know. Okay. Peace and love. Time to get that garden started. Nice. Yes, Felicia. ah, but I'm not letting it weigh me down. Did I miss something? Hold on. Let me see here. I don't know if I missed something. Keita May. I really love that you're on this evening, Ia. Working hours don't allow me to catch you most times, so this is really good. Yeah, I need to go live in the at night more, actually. So I'm glad that this is working for you. I'm glad you're here, Cat Baloo. More like triple, quadruple for Taurus. All of that. Awesome. You did not miss it, Diza. You did not. Hi, Jess. How are you? Good to see you. Okay. uh, Yes, y'all are helping me to realize I need to go live at night more often. So I definitely gonna do that. Definitely going to do that. And Instagram, let me see, is there anybody over here? Hello, if any Instagram ladies are here, because I know they come on and I'm talking to uh YouTube. Okay, let's see here. So let's see here. We did that's oh so interestingly, there hasn't been a lot going on. Okay, so Friday we're gonna have that Venus squaring Saturn, Venus squaring Neptune. She's gonna do this on the same day. So again, Friday, I even think Thursday, Friday, Saturday easily could feel challenging. They could feel ultra emotional. You could feel like somebody is giving you a reality check, and by the same token, you feel cloudy and confused because Neptune can make you feel cloudy and confused. Ultra emotion when there's Venus and Neptune. The other way is the other things we can think about is Venus meeting Saturn. You can get a lot done. You could be like, nope, I need some boundaries. We need some structure. That might be something that you're called to do. Have boundaries with people. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, easily. Um, and so, okay, boundaries, but also you could say, hey, I want to get some things done. So I do like that. Saturn wants you to get things done. All right. So it could feel frustrating, sort of like, oh, it's Friday. I wanted to have a good time and I'm having to get this work done. But on the other side of it, it could be like, oh, I'm so happy I got this done. And then Venus squared Neptune, high level of creativity could kick in with that, high level of intuition. So Thursday, Friday, Saturday, yeah, we could be very emotional. We could be very empathic. But on the flip side, we could be very empathic and very intuitive. Neptune is like communing with the universe, with the great divine energy. And so it could just be like, yeah, like trancy and spiritual downloads. Now, another thing is, I want you to think about, is there somebody you could do something nice for during this time? Because Venus with Neptune, you might feel like you want to, be good hearted and good willed. And by the same token, last little bit, it's like, am I being taken advantage of? But it just lasts a couple of days, so thankfully that's it. Okay, so Mars is gonna go into Libra on the 6th. So let me tell y'all the next Mars day we got to think about. And I'm trying not to be hard on Mars, but Mars just be doing too much. Because Mars with that South Node, I wasn't expecting Malcolm Jamal Warner to be a part of that. I was just like, why? Why? Yeah, I was just like not happy about that. Rest in peace, Malcolm Jamal Warner. And there was other people who passed, but that was the one that kind of took me out a little bit. So whenever Mars is on the 29th degree, that was connecting with the South Node. That's what happened with Malcolm Jamal Warner. So it's going to get on that 29th degree on August the 6th. So let's just pay attention to what's going to happen. Virgo is this energy that has to do with like routines and to-do list. No, oh, let me tell y'all what I think it could potentially also be. It's actually a sign that's connected to health and wellness. A lot of people who are Virgos are they're like doctors and nurses and or work in the health field in some kind of way. So it could be something, in the health realm. I will say when Mars is on that 29th degree, it typically shows out for that day and then it just kind of moves on. So that is one good part about it. And then it's going to go into Libra. And we'll talk a little bit more about that, but no, we're going to talk about that real quickly right now and I'll touch back on it next week because I need y'all to already be ready because Mars, when it moves into Libra, it is going to be opposite Saturn and Neptune. Where is it exact on here? Um, so it'll be exact on the 8th and the 9th. Mars opposition Saturn, Mars opposition Neptune. So I just think from next week, and I love bringing good news, y'all, but y'all know I got to be real with y'all because when you understand that astrology gives us insight ahead, just like looking at a weather report. It said earlier today, it's going to rain in about 2 hours. Sometimes they're a little bit off, but that it worked. It was, 2 hours later, the rain came, right? And so we were expecting it. I'm not going to be out here thinking I can just go walk and I'm going to be dry. I expected the rain, and so I wasn't surprised when I see it. That's what I love about astrology, okay? So, next week actually could be really, really rough. Um, so we're gonna have that on the 5th through the 6th, Mars on that 29th degree. Then as soon as Mars goes into Libra, we're dealing with what is called an opposition. And honestly, these two signs right here, Aries and Libra, they're gonna be it kicks stuff off. Okay. It starts stuff going. Things start moving and happening. They are signs of initiation. Okay. I don't know exactly what's gonna happen. I don't want to even say the W word. It's WAR, but stuff like that is possible. There maybe there could be a solution, but Mars is the planet of war. It's in Libra. Mars is not good in Libra. Some type of battle, some type of going back and forth. As above, so below. So it could be on the collective level, but also we will need to be watching ourselves. It's like I'm not trying to argue with nobody over anything that doesn't matter, but I do believe it could be a little bit of a upheaval and unrest of some sort. Let me tell you, you will be seeing something major happen. I think it'll happen potentially in government, or something with the law, something legal could happen. Again, Saturn and Neptune are retrograde, so it's gonna be something that we're not surprised about, I don't think. And then let's see here. I will say what I do love about that though is as soon as Mars goes into Libra, is also interacting with this Pluto, okay, in a beneficial way. It's an energy of abundance and opportunity. So maybe what's gonna happen, it's gonna be something on the social level because that's two planets in social houses. So something on a social level that is yeah, I just think that, Aquarius is people being rebellious. Yeah. Okay. Maybe judges are gonna be rebellious. I don't know, because or lawyers are gonna be rebellious, which is Libra. But definitely there's gonna be it'll be a little bit of a mixed bag. So I do like that. Um, can I include Venus? Maybe we can include Venus a little bit in that, but I don't know. Okay, so the planet ruling Mars when it goes in there is gonna be in Cancer. I think it's gonna be something that is a little bit wild and crazy, but it'll be beneficial to the people, like we the people, the collective, not the people that are in power. But that's just oh, wait a minute, one other thing. So I knew there was one other. So as soon as Mars goes into Libra, it's also a trine to this Uranus. So that's actually 3 planets in social signs. It is definitely something that's gonna be happening on the collective level, because there's so many collective planets, outer planets involved. But there is this energy of blessing and, uh, opportunity, good fortune, even with that opposition where there's tension in there. There will be a blessing, okay? So we'll see. We'll see. It's gonna be really, really interesting. I just want y'all to not be okay, you were there on Instagram. I don't want y'all to be shocked by what you see. Okay. Mars always seems to bring confusion. Am I wrong about that? Does Mars bring confusion? Mars can bring confusion in the sense that it creates violence, just 100. It creates violence. And in that regard, yeah, confusion comes about. People can get hurt with Mars. Now, Mars is, it's about being brave and taking chances and taking risk and different things like that. There's always the positive aspect and the negative aspect of a planet. Jupiter is one of the best planets to describe how, yeah, it has its good points and Jupiter has its bad points. Don't think Jupiter's just going to automatically bring blessings. Jupiter is just kind of like, I'm just here to increase whatever's there. What do you have? That's what I want to focus on. So, but yeah, Mars brings violence. Okay, let me see here. So that makes me feel better. That makes me feel better because there's a lot of planets that are complementing one another. So it's like we have that 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 opposition, which is Mars going to be opposite Saturn and Neptune, but then it has that complementary blessed energy, So yeah, okay. Let me see. Yeah, and it was unexpected too. While swimming, of all things, it was really bizarre and weird. And as soon as I saw it, the first thing I said was, "I have to look at his astrology." I don't know if I realized that me and Malcolm Jamal Warner were born in the same year. So he is like me. We have that North Node and the South Node in Pisces, and the North Node and the South Node in Pisces and Virgo. So I was like, he's got to have something. It has to be something with that Virgo, and he's literally a Virgo, if I remember correctly. Um, but then of course Pisces, the ocean. It's just like that's one of those moments where I was like, no, see, Mars. But I wasn't surprised. I was surprised, but in a way, it was kind of like I knew something was gonna happen. But yeah, as you say that I'm watching a different world, he's in this episode. Oh, as I say that, wow, yeah, that was painful. That for me, that's painful. Yeah, it's painful. Painful, painful, painful. Is there somebody new here? Oh, that's Kita May. Okay. Kita May. All righty. Let's see here. Hello, Instagram. I don't think anybody's over there. Okay. But that I start Instagram because I know it brings people here. Okay, so I'm gonna do my Mythical Goddess Tarot deck. I just love this deck so much. So I'm just gonna do this because I am a little tired from the trip. And yeah, this one right here is so beautiful. Oh, I can take this down. Okay, let's see here. So we want guidance for the week. Help us to understand what it is we need to be thinking, doing, being, feeling, all the above. What's the wisdom? I'm going to turn it face down so I can find out with you all what saith the oracle, which goddesses are speaking to us today. And boom. Okay. Oh, look at this. Yemaja. So let me tell y'all this one why I love this. So we were talking about the Cancerian energy. I consider Cancer to be the same energy as Yemaya. And we've talked about this Virgo energy today. Because in this deck, they put her with Virgo because it's the earth holding all the water of the earth. Okay. So I love that. And this one is about the oracle and being intuitive. And we talked about that's one of the things that we have going on this week. And she's also about the spiritual practice. It's combining the mother of fishes with the Virgo, make sure you're doing your spiritual practices. Let me just see, is there anything else here that I may have missed? She's 9. She is the mother of all, ruler of seas and lakes. She's the ultimate female power, soother of heart troubles, carrying deep, unknowable power. She is contemplation and divine introspection, and as Virgo, complete and whole unto herself, firmly grounded in the seas of the earth, utterly connected and in communication with her source. The waters of psychic knowing provide her with constant inspiration and illumination from her core. This radiance and divine connection are her gifts to all. All right. She is the wise prophet who shows you through her glowing example to go within and find your connection with the mother, your true nourishment. It so matches this Cancerian energy. Through spiritual discipline, through the spiritual discipline of taking time daily to be alone and apart from the busy world, you illuminate the bridge to source in yourself and shine the light for others. So it's all about connecting to, well, what I like to talk about is the Ori, the inner it's the deity that came here with you. The way I see the Ori, it's a part of you that's not differentiated into your body. It stays on the outside of the body. It knows everything that you need to know for your life. And so we want to be connected to the Ori, which is in turn connected to source. All right. And we do have to take that time out daily. What are your practices for staying connected to your Ori? Okay. Um, this is where the gifts of prophecy and intuitive ability are nurtured and expanded. So I just think that everybody needs to be ready to receive some intuitive downloads. Maybe you're going to be your own prophetess, but maybe somebody brings you a prophetic word of some sort. Oh, okay. I love this card. It's one of my favorites. It's the intention card. Interestingly, this is one of the air cards or one of the air goddesses, and she's the goddess of intention. Oh, she actually has to do with Aquarius, but we have all that air energy. So the question I want to ask you is, what intention are you setting for this next week? Have you set intentions? Did you set any intentions at the Leo new moon? What intentions are you setting? And a lot of times, what we want to remember is when we set those intentions, we're sending a message to spirit. Hey, we're sending a message to the universe. Bring this to me. We're sending a message to our subconscious mind. Don't ever sleep on the subconscious mind, because the subconscious mind is what allows things to come to you, and it blocks things from coming to you also. And so when we set these intentions, it's sending a message to the subconscious mind, hey, she wants this. And so it starts sending there's the critical faculty, or the critical factor, and then the I was gonna say RAS, but it's not RAS. Anywho, um, reticular activating system. Yes, RAS, reticular activating system. It's like, go out and start finding whatever it is that we need to do to make this thing happen. All right. The critical factor, we want it to be lowered down. I want y'all to look it up. Subconscious mind. Critical factor is going to block out stuff that, we're not bringing to the mind. So I want you to set intentions. I want you to write the intentions down. And when you put pen to paper, it connects it to the subconscious mind. And then the subconscious mind is like, hey, it creates like this tuning fork, or this antenna is the better word. It creates this antenna. And it's like, all right, we need to be looking for these experiences. It's just like if you start looking, let's say, you're going to buy a car, and you decide I really do like this Nissan Rogue. I'm just making up something. It's like this Nissan Rogue. You may never notice Nissan Rogues anywhere. As soon as you start thinking about buying a Nissan Rogue, all of a sudden you see Nissan Rogues everywhere. That's the subconscious mind at work. Oh, she's focused on Nissan Rogues right now. Zing, antenna. And that's what the intentions do. Okay. Last card. Oh, another wind card, the maiden card. And this one has to do with clarity. So maybe there's some clarity that we need to get over this next week. It says, oh, guess what this is? You can't see it on the card. Libra. So maybe Mars is going to bring some clarity. This is definitely Mars and Libra like type of energy. Looking at the picture, it says the powerful maiden of wind exemplifies absolute clarity of mind. The laser precision of her focused gaze brings her to her goal, her arrow of intent hitting its mark. So arrow of intent hitting its mark. It's definitely something that Mars and Libra could be bringing. The maiden's keen and steadfast eye cuts through all distraction and mental haze. She is expert at casting out what is in the way of her target. Flying high on golden eagle's wings, she is unbound by earthly perspective, flying free with crystal clarity to her goals. Now, I said this is Ochozi. There's an Orisha that we call Ochozi, or is called Ochozi. And Ochozi has the arrow. And that's another thing. When you set these intentions, all of a sudden, Ochozi, the Orisha that is about tracking, it helps you to get focused and understand what is it that I need to do to get to where I'm trying to go. You can think about a hunter, and they have to track when they're using those bow and arrows, right? But also this could be a little bit of Shango, because Shango is the hawk. And Shango, flies high above and can really see things. So I'm going to give y'all this with the Mars in Libra, with all the bad news I gave you about that. It could be a time where you're going to come up with some type of strategy. Okay. You're going to get that clear picture. The Wind Maiden is here to give you clarity of mind, to see through illusion, to make right decisions, to achieve your objective. Let your mind be focused like an arrow that hits your mark of intent. Move focused towards your goals with the new vision and clarity that the Maiden of Wind brings. So there's definitely, we have that beautiful Yemaja energy, but these two wind cards are like, and then I'm gonna need y'all to get, after you get your intuition in and you're feeling all loved on by Yemaya, I'm gonna need y'all to get it together. What you gonna do? Get it done. Ah. Mars governs survival instinct motivation. Let's tap into that. I agree, Felicia. Yes, let's tap into that. All righty. One last thing I will do before we get off is I will pull from my affirmation deck, and then we're gonna log off. So for the next week, I am mindful. I am mindful. I understand that my impact, I understand the impact my energy has on the world. I am mindful. It's all about being aware to me. Mindfulness is awareness. And what is awareness? It's about being in the moment. It's about being in the moment. So that's what I have for you all. I hope that this has been helpful. And let's see here. I'm going to find some music. So yeah, thank y'all for being here. Have a wonderful rest of your evening, a wonderful rest of your week. And yeah, I'll be back here next Monday, if not before. Thank you all so much. And where's my new song? Let's dance. Let's move. Here we go. Instagram, you there? Y'all have a good night. Stay cool out there. Hey, Dr. Naikia, how are you? Y'all enjoy. Thank you. Y'all make sure y'all enjoy life. Life is too short. Enjoy your life. Life is short. Enjoy your life. Thank you. I'll say it this way. You deserve that. You deserve to enjoy life. Hard times will come when the good times are here. Sometimes we have to make our own good times, y'all. Hey. Thank you, Shay Love. Glad you were here. Blessings, blessings. Thank you, Felicia. Thank you, big sister. Y'all, it's Leo season. Let's take advantage of it. Virgo comes next. We're going to have our to-do list. We're going to have to just get everything done. Oh, thank y'all. Love y'all so much. See you soon.